was an epic night. The House Republicans' campaign arm, the NRCC, held a special dinner and, with the help of President Trump, raised over $35 million. Now, as the president said, that's not bad for an evening. I mean, it definitely came pretty close to what the NRCC has garnered across entire quarters. In July, the group highlighted a record-shattering fundraising haul for the second quarter of 2024, which was only $2 million more than what the NRCC was able to garner in that one beautiful night with President Trump. But let me tell you guys, our commander-in-chief was on fire that night. In fact, he was asked to say a few words, and he gave an hour-and-a-half speech. And part of it was a searing roast of a few chosen people. One was about Senator Adam Schiff, who managed the House's impeachment probe into Trump. So Trump called him Adam Shifty Schiff and Watermelon Head, and his impeachment probe the fake witch hunt that Schiff was in charge of. It wasn't just a roast. I would say it was just a full-blown barbecue as President Trump cooked Jasmine Crocket, the wannabe AOC, who some are claiming is the rising star for the Democratic Party. Well, according to Trump, if that's their new star, they're in some serious trouble. I mean, seriously, guys, they're going to put the likes of Jasmine Crocket up against President Trump, who manned the McDonald's drive-thru, the same man who also drove in that epic garbage truck and now invited former hostages held in Hamas captivity on stage at the NRCC dinner. Plus, he's not doing this all for show, because shortly after, President Trump said during a cabinet meeting that we're getting closer to a deal to free the remaining hostages in Gaza and reestablish a ceasefire. Now, this while keeping an eye on things that are happening right here at home. Like President Trump said about the rebel Republicans, they don't negotiate like he negotiates. He's talking about how certain Republican members of Congress are trying to limit his presidential powers on instituting tariffs so that Congress could take over or retake control. Now, if that happened, Trump said China would be the happiest people in the world. They wouldn't be paying 104%. We'd be paying them 104%. Well, actually, it's up to 145% now after President Trump clarified the whole thing, plus the 90-day pause for the other countries, because according to the president, countries have been calling us, kissing his ass. I mean, man, what I wouldn't do to get a hold of some of those recordings. Am I right, guys? Well, at least we have the clips of President Trump from that dinner. So here he is roasting Senator Adam Schiff and his watermelon head. Watch.
But I saw that the other day, that we had the most successful, I mean, I knew it anyway, but I saw that we had 88% increase. That's a tremendous increase. Think of that. And that's with all of the difficulties and all of the fake investigations and the Adam Shifty Schiffs. Can you believe this guy? He's got the smallest neck I've ever seen. And the biggest head. We called him Watermelon Head. I'd say, how could that big fat face stand on a neck that looked like this finger? How can it? It was the weirdest thing. It's a mystery. Nobody can understand it. But he's one of the most dishonest human beings I've ever seen. And, you know, how we can allow people like that to run an office is a shame, but we did. He was in charge of the witch hunt, you know. He was in charge of the fake witch hunt with Russia. It was a made-up story.
Now, honestly, Trump was going easy on these guys. With what he did to the president, people say that Adam Schiff belongs in Gitmo for life. What do y'all think? Even after what President Trump said during the dinner, Adam Schiff fired back and said that the president of the United States seems oddly focused on him and that he should be focused on the economy that he's crashing. I mean, talk about lies, right? Pretty par for the course considering how Trump called Adam Schiff one of the most dishonest human beings he's ever seen. He said Adam Schiff was in charge of the fake witch hunt with Russia. It was a made-up story. This was back in 2020 when Adam Schiff managed the House's impeachment probe into President Trump. His opening remarks in the probe brought up former Treasury Secretary Alexander Hamilton's 1792 warning to the then President George Washington about future American leaders who would rise to the executive despotic in their ordinary demeanor. I mean, like, maybe he should take a long, hard look in the mirror before he says these things. You know what I mean? Now, a quick tip, you guys. You're going to thank me for this one. Now, when looking for a place that would really help you out with Medicare, and Chapter knocked it out of the park. That's why I decided to partner with them. Now, if you or someone you love is on Medicare or turning 65 soon, don't try to figure it out alone. Chapter's team of experts will help you find the right plan. They'll make sure that your doctors are covered and check to see if you qualify some extra benefits you might not know about. They look at every single plan in your area, not just a a few, and they save the average senior about $1,100 a year, guys. And the best part, it's totally free. No pressure, like just real human help. So call 909-563-8279 or click the link in the description down below, askchapter.org/Ron. Medicare is complicated, but getting the help that you deserve doesn't have to be. Another one, guys, Congresswoman Jasmine Crocket. Now, really, Trump really didn't have to say much about her. Here, check it out.
Done incredibly well. They're really looking back. And, I said before, the Democrats have taken a lot of beatings. They have lost their confidence. They've gone crazy. They've gone crazy. How about this new one they have? Their new star, Crocket. How about her? Is that real? Are they serious about that? That's their new star? If that's their new star, they're in serious trouble. I mean, this is Crocket. Oh, man. But we've done a job, but they've totally lost their confidence. And it's a hard thing when you lose your confidence. But they've taken a lot of beatings, and now they're going to rely on Crocket to bring them back. Crockett's going to bring them back.
And just like that, President Donald Trump cooked Jasmine Crocket with his very straightforward comments. As we discussed before, Crocket has skyrocketed in fame among liberals. I mean, she was completely unknown just a few months ago, and now she's arguably one of the most recognized faces in the Democratic Party. It turns out saying insane things on a regular basis is a great way to generate attention for yourself. Is it going to result in a lot of winning? Probably unlikely, but let's not let reality stop a good time, shall we? Now, like President Trump said, if that's their new star, they're in serious trouble. Well said by President Trump. Whether you like him or not, I think all reasonable people can probably agree that Jasmine Crocket becoming the face of the Democratic Party is a disaster for liberals. I mean, just look at some of her hits just over the last few months. Smeared President Trump as a dictator and enemy of America, mocked Texas Governor Greg Abbott for being paralyzed, suggested America won't have elections again, supports Canada and Mexico over the USA when it comes to tariffs and a trade war, shared a racist rant about immigrants, spread racist lies about white people and crime, attacked Byron Donalds for being married to a white woman. This is why people keep saying Jasmine Crocket is the biggest gift imaginable to Republicans. So all the more reason that they should just keep egging her on so she makes sure that she's in front of a camera on a daily basis. Like conservative critics have said, she manages to spew stupidity pretty much every single time she opens her mouth. And every time she does, that's countless votes in favor of the Republican Party in the midterm elections. Now, as Trump said, if this is their star, then they're cooked. Drop a quick yes in the comments down below, guys. Hit the like button if you agree. Also, subscribe to the channel and have all notifications turned on so you don't miss out on videos like this one. Now, while Democrats are crashing and burning, our own star is shining bright. I mean, President really does know how to create a brilliant moment. So here's President Trump inviting former Hamas hostages on stage. Watch.
Thank you. Thank you very much, President Trump. I'm here, and I'm alive. President Trump, you saved my life. You saved the life of 33 hostages that because of your efforts and your setting the hostage crisis at the high priority of what you are doing among all of the enormous issues and things that you're dealing with since you came into your position as President of the United States. You set the hostage crisis at the highest priority. You got 33 of us home alive. We all owe our lives to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please continue your tremendous efforts and your tremendous actions and your tremendous accomplishments. Continue, and we will get, with your help, all of the remaining 59 hostages still in Gaza back home. Thank you.
I mean, doesn't that just warm your heart? And I gotta say, guys, the Hamas wing of the Democratic Party, it must be pretty upset right now with how well the president's doing. Now, forget about Mount Rushmore, right? Does Trump deserve his own mountain? And he's not all talk either, because shortly after this, he held a cabinet meeting and announced that we are getting closer to a deal to free the remaining hostages in Gaza and reestablish a ceasefire. Now, as we speak, White House envoy Steve Witkoff and Egyptian mediators, they're trying to hammer out an interim deal that would be acceptable to both Israel and Hamas. Israeli officials have also confirmed that the likelihood of reaching a new deal in the next 2 weeks has increased significantly. So this is why Trump is just laughing at these rebel Republicans who think that they can just take over negotiations. Here, watch.
These politicians go around saying, because I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass. They are dying to make a deal. Please, sir, make a deal. I'll do anything. I'll do anything, sir. And then I'll see some rebel Republican, some guy that wants to grandstand, say, I think that Congress should take over negotiations. Let me tell you, you don't negotiate like I negotiate. Congress takes over negotiating. Sell America fast because you're going to go busted. You don't. I just saw it today. A couple of your congressmen said, I think we should get involved in the negotiation of the tariff. So that's what I need. I need some guy telling me how to negotiate. I tell you, the happiest people in the world would be China. They wouldn't be paying 104%. I tell you, they'd be paying no percent. We'd be paying them 104%.
Now, like I told you guys, Trump was on fire that night. He talked for like an hour and a half. Biden couldn't even talk for like a minute and a half. Every day, this guy makes me thankful that Trump won. We simply could not have made it through another 4 years with the alternative. Now, as my uncle put it, Donald J. Trump has made me so darn proud once again to be a U.S. citizen. Then, of course, there are these rebel Republicans to deal with, like Representative Don Bacon, who's leading a bipartisan bill to block Trump from instituting tariffs and retake that power to Congress. In the Senate, a bipartisan group led by Senators Rand Paul and Ron Wyden, they're also introducing a resolution to repeal President Trump's global tariffs. Republican Senator Chuck Grassley, together with Democrat Maria Cantwell, they already introduced a bipartisan bill that would require the president to notify Congress about any new tariffs within 48 hours of imposition and require Congress to approve new tariffs within 60 days or allow them to expire. Well, as Trump said, should Congress take over tariff negotiations, China would be the happiest people in the world. Trump said that even the talk around Capitol Hill about limiting his tariff powers, it hurts your negotiations. And then the fake news wants to build it up, and it has no chance anyway. Because according to the president, we have to remain united as I defend workers from unfair trade. Now, apparently, we've already got countries that are calling us up, kissing the president's you-know-what. And not just that, guys. Trump is raising some serious money, too. In that one epic night, the president helped raise over $35 million for the NRCC to use in the midterm election, an amount that rivals what the NRCC has garnered across entire quarters. Now, President Trump even said next year we'll do 45 or 50 million, right? Because they broke their record attendance and they broke their money record. And that's a great tribute to the Republicans and the party and everything that it stands for. I mean, seriously, guys, the event had giving levels as high as $310,100, with the lowest costing seats being $6,000 per person or $10,000 per couple. And President Trump's already seeing it. With the help of everyone in the room, the next year's Republican Party is going to defy history. We're going to really defy it, and we already are. To illustrate the point, Trump pointed to the fortune America is making with his new tariff plan, $2 billion a day. Plus, we have a lot of countries that are coming to see us. They want to make a deal. Like Trump put it, we are doing things that no one's ever even thought about. Now, seriously, guys, pretty exciting stuff. Republicans currently control the House, but with a slim 220 to 215 majority. So fundraising will be crucial to the GOP's game plan to keep control. And according to the NRCC chair, Representative Richard Hudson, the amount of money the Democrats raise is probably the only thing that really concerns him. We have to raise enough money so that we can keep up with the Democrats and make sure that our candidates can get their message out. So just keep up with the Democrats' money and we'll be golden. We get to continue this golden age under President Trump. As Hudson put it, the president understands that he's got to keep the House majority in the midterm so that he has a 4-year runway instead of just a 2-year runway in order to get his agenda enacted. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee actually already released its initial 2026 target list, which includes 35 GOP GOP-controlled seats in order to take back the House. They also launched their fundraising efforts already for the party's eventual nominees in each of the districts. According to them, Democrats are on offense and they're poised to win the majority in 2026. Yeah, good luck with that. With people like Senator Schiff and Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett on your side, who needs enemies, right? And like what they proved with Kamala Harris, money can only get you so far. So let me know if I'm making sense to you guys. Drop a quick yes or no in the comments down below. Let's get a conversation going. Oh, and also don't forget to give my friends a call over at Chapter Medicare and tell them Ron said hello. Anyway, appreciate you guys hitting the like button and subscribing. We'll see you next time.